try and set money aside, particularly any significant money. And yet, from our Christopher Columbus story, we know that's the best time to do it, is when those kids are just born. Okay? Grandparents, very often, are in a different situation. If they've got a house, it's probably paid off. This isn't always, but they've had investments that have grown for decades. So a lot of times, grandparents are in a financial position to plant those seeds, to start 529 plans and put funds into them, whereas the parents are at the opposite end of the spectrum. So that's kind of the financial reason. The other reason that 529 plans, this is a little more subjective, are so well attuned for grandparents, and that is the potential role that grandparents can play in a family. If grandparents are encouraging higher education, not college for every grandparent, just to pursue as much education as possible, and they're actually helping financially support that with their grandkids, it sends a lot of very empowering messages to the family, and most particularly to that young student. Okay? I mean, you can read these, well, our family believes education is important. We believe in the future of your generation. You're worth our investment in you. We want you to pursue your dreams and passions. We want you to develop your knowledge, your values, higher education part of becoming an adult. Our family looks to the future, not backwards. Those are extremely empowering messages for a young person as they kind of leave the nest. The other thing it does is it helps define, it's another way to define who your family is. What are some of the values your family has compared to other families, compared to society? And that can be very helpful for a young person to have a stronger family identity. And lastly, for grandparents, is this can kind of help define your legacy. If you're a role model for the family, kind of an opinion leader, of promoting and supporting education, that sends a message of who you are, who you were, to the rest of the family members. So it can be a very compelling vehicle for grandparents in particular.